Hi everybody, this is Dan and Kelly of Ink Gaming. Welcome back to our Season 1 of Empyrion Galactic Survival. Kelly should be joining us to feed her pet Triceratops any moment. Is that true, Kelly?
That is true. I am,
Oh, look at that. That's
I believe, right
perfect.
here.
Oh, you're going to have to check that out in the video later. You were like sleeping in the concrete.
Nice.
Gave her concrete
See,
boots.
my Triceratops is still right here, hanging out near its platform. So, evening time.
Good time for survival stuff.
Let's see, I believe you were going to drop off some stone for me.
I dropped off lots of stuff, but I didn't queue it up, but I can. So control click queues up 100, shift click queues up 10, and even if you queue up more than you actually have, yeah, that's right. It will then figure out, it'll just stop when it hits the point of where there's no more to go. Okay, Kelly, what do you think? Obviously, we're going to need resources. We have 4 located, 2 are guarded. I have pistol rounds. That's all we're going to have.
Yeah, we could make a few more pistol rounds if you wanted.
You know what? Let's take this Triceratops out. I need him for my quest. And if I recall, they run now, but we'll find out.
You gave him to me. Yeah, he's running right at you. That's what that looks like. Whoops. Better not kill him since he's for your quest.
Well, you'll need one too, but thank you.
But I haven't taken the quest just yet. So.
Dead Triceratops.
Okay. Well, I still have to find plant protein for that other quest.
What else do I need? A lizard mule, a day raptor, and a spider. The spider will be the tough find. So I'm thinking I could go after that silicon with the mini, or I could go after your copper. Or, ooh, I know what we need. Before I go anywhere, do we actually have more fuel?
The copper was unguarded, and as to fuel, we are very low on fuel.
Or rot. So this is Paris times 6, so that's getting close. Paris times 8. We will have more soon enough, but that means that I have very little biofuel, which runs my drill. Now on the map, we've located residences to the north. That's usually sort of a neutral POI. You can go in there and rob them blind. The crashed MS Titan, that'll often have a drone, but there'll be some loot there. And then the outpost, which will have guns and drones. So I think there may have even been other buildings up there as well. We're just, I mean, while I could do a brave, silly, foolish thing, I don't think it's worth it yet.
We could build a bike and ride around the world.
Circumnavigate? Yeah, we could do that, and maybe by the time we got back, we'd have enough rot. Honestly, though, I mean, I've got a little bit of fuel, right? Do you need your fuel? Do you have any fuel?
Well, I have only one container.
I've got a drill, half a drill full, and a fuel. So why don't I just go? That's enough to get, beginning levels of. That's an aggressive dino. So tough to know. I guess what I'll do is I will switch quest, right? To not afraid of the dark. If that's a night raptor, we're gonna find out. But so I will go after. Do you know if we need iron or copper or silicon the most?
We have probably equal amounts of everything. We probably have more iron than copper or silicon right now. Slightly more iron. And we're good with promethium.
You want to come along, or
Sure, I'm just gonna be waiting for all this stuff anyway, so why don't I just travel with you? Are we gonna go now?
sure. Unless you can, I don't see why not.
No, I think we may as well travel now.
Okay, so I've got some berries to eat. We've got some other stuff going on, and I've got plenty of ammo. So let's blow this pop stand. Sound like a plan?
All right, on your heels.
Are they beautiful heels?
They've got this funky green glow going on.
I'm gonna switch to nighttime because while we wander, we may end up running into plant monsters or bugmen or spiders. Or the other thing I'm gonna want to do is put a map marker. We'll do a waypoint. We'll do remove on approach. So now I can see where it is. We're gonna stay down near the shore. Save lots of stamina. Bikes would be much quicker. So Kelly was right. Probably a good idea. Just even getting around along the shoreline, it would make sense for us to have bikes. So we'll grab some silicon. This isn't horribly far. So we have some silicon. Ooh, that's a lot of dinos. Remember, if you meet big packs of dinosaurs like that, you don't have to be that fast. You just have to be faster than the person you're with.
That's why I'm in front of you. Hi.
I am trying to
Well,
save.
jetpacking is another
Ah, that's true.
little way to make a few leaps ahead here, see?
Yeah, so if you, as Kelly is showing, if you're just sort of like walking, you actually seem to cover more distance in the air, or at least it seems like that. Of course, then you don't have your jetpack is regenning for a little bit, but
If only it had plant protein.
when she says that, I feel like I'm being oogled. Oogling me? So Kelly, actually, I believe I did find I see some alien honey coming up, and I believe I did find my plant protein somewhere in this general vicinity.
Okay, I'm
So,
gonna check this out then.
kind of peeking around. If I recall correctly, when I saw the silicon, then I noticed the drone. It was like right around here somewhere. So I'm trying to keep an eye here.
You mean me just rushing in, jetpacking away is
Oh, that's fine too.
it'll help reveal the drone, I'm sure. I'm not seeing it yet.
There it is. Drone.
Aha.
Here's some corn dogs. Did you need corn dogs, Kelly? No, right?
Nope. I just need the
Okay, so the minigun part. Oh, there's some corn here too. It would be great if I could come in at such an angle. He has a better range. Such that I can have some cover. Close the distance. He's traveling away. Ooh, there's some rocks. You'd be amazed at how fast a minigun takes down rocks.
Oh, yeah?
But seems like we got a nice little hillock here. Maybe this will be sufficient. Okay, so we're going to get
How
pretty
close are you
close.
getting?
Well, you have to. The current, our effective range, I think, is like 69 meters.
Oh,
So we're
okay.
kind of hoping that it's going to be attracted to us, but I'm staying below the level of the hill.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look like we're going to get that lucky. It would be a shame to die.
It would be.
Okay, now it's closing in. Hopefully it's detected us.
Mm-hmm.
Aim for its schnozzle. Uh-oh, looks like it's turning again. A bunch of natives. This just did not work in our favor, did it?
Yeah, he ran away.
Yeah,
Where
there's the
you shoot
minigun.
at? Ah.
I'm going perpendicular to the rock. Now it should close, I hope. Here we go. Here, big boy.
You said 69, huh?
Well, here it comes. Kelly got it. Congratulations.
Yay.
Actually, I'm sure there was probably a quest to kill a number of different drones, but hey. Got some energy cells. And more important, look at this nice wide plateau down here.
This is a nice little plateau.
Corn.
Um,
What?
plant protein.
Oh, do you see it in the distance?
Not
Maybe?
sure.
Okay, well. So Kelly reminded me of something when I was mining after the last episode, which was I showed you kind of how to hollow out a perimeter and then kind of do a curving path so it would be easier to get out. I completely forgot about drones. Everybody's got a personal drone. See all those blue rocks there? They're quite a ways down, unfortunately. So what you can always do is F5 pulls out your personal drone, and I'll move them up here. See? Staring down at me. And your personal drone can use your tools too. So I can literally drill with my personal drone, and I don't have to worry about my personal drone getting out of a hole. So this makes it far easier. You could like stand on your ship and be safe, because I am not safe. If something like a spider or something rolled up on me right now, another drone, it would kill me. Now hopefully I would hear it in time. There's actually something, I wonder if you can still do it. Sure enough, if you go into your inventory and go out, kind of a bug, but you can see your compass map. Now you see that red dot? That red dot's the drone we killed. It stays there for a little while. But now if I saw a new red dot, at least I'd have a fighting chance to get out of my drone and go back into me.
Much easier way to mine. Especially with these little ore pockets that you tend to have to chase.
The drones do have a limited range away from you. They start to sort of warn you. They flash like you're losing connection. But if you're, nearby, usually it's sufficient. So honestly, that's probably plenty. And while we're here, we can get some more, but we do have to still get iron. But
I
yeah,
have
you know what?
77.
I have 125. Why don't we go for like one more
Sure.
nice chunk here? Let's go this way for me. Sometimes I try and choose a line like between it rather than that way. I sort of like, I think that might save me a little bit of time. That message about you can't dig here was because Kelly's drone got in my way. So I can't dig through another drone in theory.
Now, not the most interesting thing to do, but it's a necessary part of the game.
That's right. And, you know, in the future, of course, we'll try not to be mining at the same time. Plus, you know, we can cut some of this out. But mining, very important, right? Need those extra resources. Haven't gotten so close. I will use a little bit of my last fuel container to get these last couple rocks.
Okay, I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead.
Okay, sounds good.
And, yeah, not bad. It's all pretty quiet out
Okay,
here.
so then I can hit F5 and I'm back upstairs. Look at that. We got a nice hole that I wouldn't want to go in. Kelly, did you say you managed to get your plant protein? Or?
I did not. I did not.
It's very unfortunate. And that's a big hill. But I think we probably should head back to base, huh?
I would agree with you. I think that is probably our best plan. And then maybe in the morning, you were gonna go get another resource. Was that what I was hearing?
Yeah, I'll either go get copper or we could engage the drone to get iron, but I can go do that. You can build the spikes, maybe do some building.
Yes, I will build a base in memoriam of my pet Triceratops.
You can use that corpse as like, you know, a spirit animal to build on.
I don't know why you give me things and then just kill them.
Accidents.
Really did not appear accidental to me.
What do you guys think? Definitely accidental, right? These things happen.
In fact, I actually remember some kind of discussion before it happened where there was plotting to take out my pet Triceratops.
No, no, I don't recall anything like that.
Something about a quest or
Well,
mission
maybe it
and
was like
points.
these floating rocks. Maybe one of them fell down the hill.
Oh, they are floating. They're like
Do you think?
they're space rocks. That's why. Look at that space rock. Wow.
I think that
So
killed your Triceratops.
I think there's no gravity up here, but
Sun's coming over the hill. Maybe the sun is supporting it through amazing. Look at that. I can't even hit it. Oh,
there's a space rock.
yeah. Watch
I can
this.
walk underneath it.
Yeah.
You go collapsing that rock on top of me. Yeah, I see how you are.
What? I was making sure it didn't fall on you.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, look, we got some aloe in the upper lands, whatever. Some other plant life. So, the game has actually done a good job too on having some of the plant types in its different biomes. So if you're looking, some of the creatures are like that too. So sometimes you either just have to learn it. In info panel, I think sometimes it gives you hints about that stuff as well. Oh, that's a spider. That's bad
Where?
news.
Obviously, I just ran past it because I did not see it. Oh yeah, it is a spider land up here.
Spiders they can be difficult to hit because they're fast. Their hitbox is a little weird as you see them struggling trying to loot it. And yeah, hitbox can be tough to hit.
There's a bunch of them up there in the top of the mountain. So this appears to be their habitat.
I changed to the day quest because apparently it says you need to kill a spider for that too. So just in case I run across another one, might as well be ready, right? Is Kelly fighting one?
No,
Okay, she's doing a lot of jumping, so you know.
just jumping around.
Jump, jump. Kelly's a pounding the rocks. So we're way up on the hill. And, you know, Kelly may decide we're just building a little shelter, but look at that beautiful view of the lake, you know, and we could build a base up here. We could build a base
Oh,
down.
more spider coming.
Okay, I'm coming for you. Kelly's looting. Got a little bit hit there, but not too bad. Okay.
Oh, wow. I brought some berries out to eat, but I guess they rotted.
Do you need some food?
No, I'm gonna eat these corn dogs,
Okay.
but that's not a bad thing that all my berries
Yeah, that
rotted.
means I should be able to get some fuel before I leave. Ooh, look it, we got snow up here.
That's where all the spiders live.
In the snow?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a
See?
different kind of spider. Whoa, what is it? Oh, is that the normal alien one?
Is that just the green guy that's not
Yeah,
aggressive?
yeah.
Yeah, he's okay. But there
Yeah,
was
there's
a
a
bunch
couple of
more.
them. Alien insects, I think they're called. Yeah. Big rock.
See? One over there.
Okay, well, we probably should get you a better gun, because I can't guarantee you a kill for your quest if I'm helping. So, yeah. Should we head back to base?
Yep.
I actually only need a lizard
Did-
mule, so I'm going to get one of those.
Well, I've killed nothing, so hardly surprising. Did you take the assault rifle?
I did, but obviously
Okay.
we can't build it without, is that a spider down there?
Where?
Sure, it looks like right down below me, yep. So there's an alien insect and a spider. Do you see the spider right below me?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Well, that would be an interest. Well, if we built a real base, though, you know, you'd have defenses and
And, you know, we just fly our spaceships over the top of them.
intimidating. Look at that. There's like resources they're practically guarding.
But this is kind of high, and if we have to run down to the water, that could be.
Well, but wouldn't we? I mean, we'll have
Maybe this
resources.
plateau.
We'll have resources before we build, right?
Sure.
So the other question will be, and again, I don't mind if you want to build up there. There's other places.
Yeah.
If you,
Well, we've got a lot of world to explore.
that's right. You know, one of the things to consider if there's not a lot to worry about on Akua. Oh, mule. That's what I was looking for. Is that a
Oh,
spider?
these guys?
Yep. I just have to chase them like wildfire because they run so
Oh,
fast.
so these do not turn aggressive, they run away. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know about the alien insects though, so I am going to kind of escort them slightly this way. And then, once we're here, now I think it will be time.
They're fleeing. They're rather fast up that hill there.
And of course I run into a spider on my way up the hill. Naturally.
But did you have success is the question. Wow. There's a raptor, like, convention going on down here. 1, 2, 3.
So to answer your question, I did have success, and then the spider is now dead too.
Great. There's like 15 raptors down here.
See, you get meat off of the mules and milk. So now I'm skidding down the hill towards Kelly. But I finished that quest. So, number one, I should see what I got rewarded. Looks like I got gold coins. I could have sworn it used to give you a nice little pistol. Boy, times have oh, it did. Look at that. So look at the T2 pistol. It's got a little scope. I'll show you in a second. And it's got the 69 meter range, but it's 50 damage and 3.5 damage multiplier on the head with a 15 round capacity, right? Look at that. 42 damage. So it's 8 more damage, and the multiplier on the head is higher, and you can carry more rounds. So other than that, they're, very similar. Now, I want to show you zoom. Ooh, now I have zoom. And you can mouse scroll wheel that a little bit. Not as good as like snipers, but that means more likely headshots, which there's a damage multiplier. So I'm headed down to base now. Hopefully I don't get into too much more trouble. Oh, the other thing I needed to do was choose a different quest, right? So at this point, there's the nighttime one, but that's kind of only useful when it's nighttime. The elemental one, there aren't golems on Akua, so that's for later. The drone hunter one, I'll probably run into some drones. Oh look, it's actually telling me an enhanced minigun that I would get for doing that. But it's going to involve drones from all sorts of places. But let's go ahead and pick that one for. So we need a rocket drone, a minigun drone, a cannon drone, but stuff to work on. So this pistol is a big gain early on.
We have a lot of wildlife in our backyard. So far, it all seems to be pretty friendly wildlife. I guess these natives live in the residences, huh? These ones that are wandering around everywhere.
No, actually, people who live in the residences, when we eventually get over there, are other aliens. These are the natives that we keep seeing, and there are village points of interest where they potentially live. As you can see, the constructors do not build very fast. That's part of life. In the meanwhile, well, it looks like that was already gathered, but the nice thing about traveling by foot, as horrible as it sounds, but the upside is it is a lot more convenient for me to grab and harvest plants and things like that for XP, because you don't end up really wanting to stop the bike all the time. You just want to get to where you're going. So I will probably compromise, let Kelly figure out the bikes, which will certainly be useful. But I'll just take some of this biofuel once it's done.
Why don't you also just take the bike that is... Hey! What is happening here?
Kelly has a problem with animals. Did you see the way she killed the Triceratops earlier when it was like in her way?
Excuse me.
See? Now you
Look at they're
scared him
just
off.
walking through the Triceratops monument.
You scared him off. That's mean.
Anyway, there is a bike waiting for you in the constructor.
Wait for one more biofuel while I get out the bike. Oh my. Let's show us the fancy bike. So you put the bike on the ground. Look at that. It's a bike.
Woohoo!
Fancy dancy.
See? That's how much I love you. I made you a bike instead of making my concrete.
While I'm waiting for that, let's go get... What am I? Ooh, level 5. What does level 5 mean? Level 5 means very little. I could get the sniper rifle. Assault rifle 2. Again, we can't build these till we build a, a constructor, a base constructor, a large constructor or up. And then I can also start, let's look at the, so I can't even really make a functional SV until at least level 7 with the small thrusters. But technically, at that point, you could make one. Of course, at level 10, you get medium thrusters, some rocket launchers, and you're ready to rock. So not too long. Ooh, look at that, 4 biofuel. I'm outie. Have fun.
I will.
Oh look, it's like growing before my eyes. So there's the bike. Now, here's the problem though. Dan needs to mark the copper deposit, which apparently is over here. Now, the bike, it's reasonable. It's slow to slow, if you will. But one of the issues with the bike is when you go airborne, which it's fairly easy to do, and as you're coming down, any slight movement of the mouse and you end up kind of going a little tailspin, you won't die or anything. The other thing is you do come to, I shouldn't say the mouse, you do come to a straight standstill. Run into things like trees or rocks. No damage, which is nice. You could consider it silly, but nice to have, especially when you're getting used to the bike. Okay, so there is our copper ore. Now it is nighttime, so we do have to be wary of... So it's nighttime because A, we spent some time at the base and doing that killing, and B, I went against the sun, right? So those combinations made it so where I am, it's now night. Now look at this. Now is that a big pain? That is a big pain. I mean, it all looks kind of like it's in a nice line, but it is deep down. So do I start here and go that way? I'm probably going to start in the middle because the real question is, will the drone reach? Your drone can see the blue too. Goodness for small little things like that. You'll watch a lot of streamers and YouTubers, especially people who play strategy games, survival games. Those are things that I personally like. And base builders, sims, and many of them are sort of borderline OCD, where they have to have it even or they have to have it just right. And I get a little tunnel vision, where like, well, I'm here. Might as well get this last bit. But not quite to that extent. My artistic repertoire is not nearly as good as my wife or other people I know.
Well, I would say that there are many people who are able to do extremely complicated and creative designs that are quite amazing. I'm much more utilitarian, but I do enjoy the building, and I do enjoy playing around with the textures and the colors and decorating. And in fact, one of my issues with survival games in general is that I don't get enough items to decorate and make things pretty once they're built. I would like more.
You know, that could be why she has a series on our channel with The Sims. Could be.
Well, it is, but strangely enough, I haven't really investigated the building aspect of The Sims very much. I've just been playing around more with dressing my people. So I think that that may be something that I'll be exploring in the future with The Sims 4 is they have pretty much a free build option there. So I'll be trying that out at some point.
So I finished that deposit, and as you may notice, oh, that deposit is no longer on the map. It's all gone. Oh, look, there's the trade station for Akua. That's sort of a neutral location. It's got some merchants with atrocious prices and some other things. You can use that as a spawn point if you die. And it's over there. Oh, that's another big sea or ocean or lake right here. But yeah, so it's gone. To point out from a resource perspective, it actually tells you how many deposits are on the planet. So we've discovered 1 out of the 7 promethium. That was the one I was mining at earlier. 1 out of 6 of the iron. That was the one just to the north of our base. There are only, well, there used to be 3 copper, and now we're down to 2 copper. So on the whole planet, there's only 2 other ones. And then there's 6 silicon, of which there was the one we were at. So it gives you an idea of how many are out there when you're searching and you're like, well, there should be at least another 4 or 5. So there you go. It also tells you what meteorites will happen when the deposits get depleted. So it's basically the same 4 types of resources. No random meteorites, apparently. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, there's a spider who just bit me. This is why.
Were you on the bike?
Oh, and he bit me again because some foolish person. Oh, there we go. Rocks are your friends. That is now a spider dead. No, I was not on the bike, Kelly. Unfortunately. Look at that, 862 copper. Plus some rock. So, lesson. When you get a new gun, what do you do?
And you have to load it.
But Dan did not load his new gun. So then when you need the gun and you're like panicking for your life. Oh, gosh. This is Dan being a fool. And I say that because there's a quest to kill this guy. And yet I forgot. That was what I was talking about that I wanted to switch to. Completely blew it. Let's see, how fast can I switch? Not fast enough. So that was also a bad idea. Okay, Well, oh, and we got a spider. Of course we do. Of course. What do we got? One spider or two now?
You collecting spiders over there?
Yeah, apparently I'm really trying to get myself killed here. Okay, let's go back to the quest. Not afraid of the dark. See? My bad. Let's loot this boy.
Uh-oh. Drones are coming to attack our base.
That's not a good thing. Did you actually power up the base?
Well, I don't know. No, I didn't.
So you don't have a generator.
The power is off.
You don't.
I did put a generator in, but the power is not turned on.
Yeah. Do you have a generator and a fuel tank?
Yes.
Does
not even turning that on mean that they will come?
Yeah, that might be sufficient.
This is gonna be bad. How far away are you? There's a minigun drone that's nearly on me.
Well, use shelter and
Yeah, shooting at me.
be wise. Use shelter and be wise.
Oh.
My health is not the best. I am coming, but
I'm just hiding till it gets a little closer. It's shooting at my new building. Come on.
okay. Well, I need to get closer. Seriously. Bike.
It's coming after you.
Is it?
Yep.
Sweet.
Went right past me.
Okay. Well,
Here it comes back.
if it doesn't have a shot on me, that'd be good.
Oh.
Okay, now I can get off my bike, hopefully.
I got it. Wow. Okay, so I only just had some minigun rounds, that's all. I only just put that power source in, and like I said, it's not even turned on.
Yeah, so the lesson to be learned, we may not have the mechanic exactly right, but once you put some of the key components like a fuel cell and a generator, I believe those two things make the base, let's call it active. You can always power it down, but it makes it active. And the drones, which are part of sort of an alien elimination deal, they start getting sent after you towards your base at intervals. And so it's pretty dark over here. This is quite a bit bigger than I expected. This will serve great. So you can quickly negate drones, especially on the early planets like Akua, by having the bigger, I mean, Kelly shot it down, but you don't want to have to sit around your base all the time. You can negate it by building some of the guns that the bases can have, but you have to have enough levels to do that. So it's something to keep in mind.
Yeah, I'll probably put a gun up at some point here. I just didn't expect them to come along right now. I was, working on some layout and got surprised.
All good. Fair enough. So now Kelly has a drone corpse where the Triceratops used to be.
Well, I think drones are a much more fitting target than my pets.
So I'm level 6. So when we talk about base stuff, even though Kelly's going to get much of it, we can even split this up. So the cannon turret, which would be sufficient. Rockets are super nice too. All of these are nice, but the cannon turret actually only needs level 5. So I can go ahead and get the cannon turret.
That sounds great to me. Why don't you
Now here's the issue. while I'm unlocking it, which also gives me the ammo for it, Kelly needs to get a large constructor built.
Well, look behind you.
I guess I should turn my light on. I
Maybe
apologize
if you went
again,
up the
folks.
stairs,
I
you would see.
apologize profusely, folks. So, do we have power?
There is. I didn't put any fuel in there, but
Did we make any? Well, we have some fuel.
I did not make any for it either. I
Okay,
was just putting it down.
so let's get that going real quick. So there's the promethium ore. So the elementary fuel that you can probably make, well, you can make the pellets and then you can make fuel packs. So we do have some fuel packs, so that's actually probably sufficient for us to do what we need to do. And I can take like a bunch of this stuff. Go ahead and leave this basic stuff in here, but take these components. I'm going to move them all. I'm going to steal this. I'm going to steal that. I'm going to go ahead and move them all over to the other container. We got any fuel in here? No, we're good. Okay, so let's go over here. What you do is you take anything that's fuel, like those fuel cells, and you go ahead and put them in. Gives us 18%. Now, you can interact with the base in a couple different ways. One of them is pressing, that turns it on. I think Y turns it on and off automatically. P, I'm trying to remember, P gives
He
you
gets you into all the functions,
the
I believe.
console where we could put oxygen. If we had oxygen tanks, we could fill fuel here rather than going up to the tank. Oh, there's battery. That's new to me. We can fill ammunition if we have ammo crates. We can set this to be our home spawn if we have, I think, the medical bay
Clone
or
chamber.
the clone chamber, right? So I can't do that. All these other tabs tell you other stuff like the power consumption. You can create, ooh, the small generator got pretty much damaged, so Kelly will have to repair that. And you can set up other stuff. We'll get into that later. Point is, I turned it on. And by turning it on, now I can turn on a specific device. Unfortunately, it was already on, which means it's sucking power quicker than we'd like. Put all these things in here, and now I have a lot more options in the this device here. So first thing I'm going to actually do is I'm going to go to weapons, and there's the cannon turret. So the other thing that's nice about anything beyond the survival constructor is rather than have to build the individual components, you see how it needs 20 mechanical components, 5 electronics, 2 motors, 5 optical fibers. By me queuing this up, it'll just automatically go, oh, I need this and I need that, and it'll start to build those. The survival constructor, you have to build those, then build the thing you want. So if I queue this up, it should immediately start trying to queue up the parts it needs. Now, if it can't build all the parts, it may build some and then it may just stop and go on to the next thing in the construction queue. But we should be pretty good here. What did that sound? Oh, that was Kelly. So 30 millimeter bullets is what it uses, which are right here. So you can see that takes steel plates and nitrocellulose, which we have some of, not a lot, but it's going to make 70 per. So if I make something like, oh, it's not what I meant to do. There we go. That's going to be 700.
Oh, look, structural integrity.
I didn't see it happen, but I believe you.
Well, if nobody saw it happen, it didn't actually happen, right?
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes, my
Those
love.
those blocks did not fall down.
Yes, my love.
Mhm.
I can see that. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rethink this little design strategy here because obviously that was not correct.
Okay, I'm actually gonna, you can take stuff out of the queue. Since we're not using the food queue, or the food survival, you can use these survival constructors, sort of just use them as base processor to, if you don't have enough other constructors, to sort of save that constructor work and time. So that's basically what I'm doing there. My fine Kelly. We actually have a gun complete, and we are working on bullets. So you can.
Okay.
We will need a ammo crate for you to place somewhere, maybe under the
Okay.
stairs or wherever you
I will
want.
do that.
And then you probably just need to place the turret somewhere, even if it's on a temporary platform a little bit further out. You saw where the drone came from, right? That's generally where they'll come from.
I will, yeah, I think that we'll place a platform. In fact, I will do it right now. Just to the side here. How's that? Is a 4 square big enough?
I don't know. You can grab the cannon. Should be in the.
Okay, let's see what this cannon is doing. Okay, well, apparently it wants to face in all kinds of weird directions. And maybe a slightly bigger pad here.
Yeah, we can always remove. Nice thing is with those multi-tools, you can always remove blocks if, you know, it doesn't work out.
I do love the multi-tool. Okay, I also am out of concrete blocks. How did that happen?
Well, I can move some of this stuff in there if you'd like. Why don't I take all of the metal here right now? Put in there, and then this can produce concrete blocks, and that was still a fail on my part. Let's turn this back on, and somewhere here we have concrete blocks for Kelly. There they are. It's too many. It's fine. Okay, so we got the one that's producing promethium pellets, and the other one that's producing basically concrete for Kelly. We'll go ahead and put this one to work doing some of the other stuff.
Well, this cannon turret is now placed. And just as people can see, you can actually get in the cannon turret yourself and shoot things. I would suggest that you don't do that if you are not a great shot. Speaking from experience here, because the automated turret is probably a lot better shot than you are. So, it's something to keep in mind there.
So then Kelly needs to put an ammo crate. We need to build one. Fortunately, I just queued up. There it is. Is that beautiful? Beautiful. So now here, well, I'll just use this one. Still queuing up promethium? Probably enough to start with.
Let's see. If I go in here, there's a small ammo box queued up and a cargo box, maybe a couple of cargo boxes there to begin with. Okay, so those are all ready to go.
Yeah, let's just not forget that. And so next time we'll work on getting those placed, putting the ammo in. Kelly will continue to build the base. I will probably, now that we have this, I'll probably build an assault rifle, but I do have that T2 pistol. And I will head across the lake and see if I can get us some iron. And that should be pretty good. Look at this. Look at this. You guys see this? This is where one of Kelly's cement blocks has been damaged significantly, or to some degree.
But we have this wonderful multi-tool.
It's not repairing it. Oh, that's a plant monster. You're a plant monster. Where's the plant monster? Above us?
Do you need that for your quest?
There is no more plant monster.
Wow, apparently our core was actually damaged as well there.
Did you repair the generator too?
I did.
Sweet. So we got some extra seeds. And, we're making some power cells. So these power cells, anyway, so we'll take care of all that later, but the power cells, we'll put them in here. So we got plenty of power in the base. Look at that. And we'll just refill it. We don't have too much power usage beyond, we don't really have any lights. It's just this, the constructor, and the gun. So we're going to call it quits. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Catch you later.